Wiser with wine. Wiser with wine. Keeping it real, one pour at a time. This is Wiser with Wine.
So, welcome back to Wiser with Wine. Lucy, all three of us are back this week because Renee had an adventure last week.
Yes.
So, Renee, you're going to tell us a bit about what you were doing last week, and then that's going to explain what we're going to talk about today in today's episode.
So I went for a breast augmentation last week, and there's a lot of stories behind this because this is a 25-year deal with me, and I was in surgery on Wednesday last week in order to fix this area, so to speak. And
you're feeling good?
I feel great. Like, if I can give you a quick summary, I've had 3 breast augmentations in 25 years, and I can tell you now it's not on my own accord. There's reasons behind it. The first one is, but before, we're talking about plastic surgery today, and I think it's something I was contemplating. Do I actually talk to you guys about it, my listeners and my 3 sisters in this podcast, because I don't know if I wanted to talk about it, but I think we've got to a stage in the world where women shouldn't hide the fact that they've had plastic surgery. That's my take on that. I don't feel like we should say, oh, these are not real, or this is real, or I've done this, or I think you should be honest about it, because hiding it and saying, oh, I've never done any work, to me is ridiculous. So I've decided that I'm going to talk about this on the podcast because the journey hasn't been as easy as one would think, because there are many different reasons for why I've had plastic surgery in this particular area. Plus I've done other things, but this is the focus. So last Wednesday I was, down and out.
That's good, because I feel like if people don't talk about it, then you don't know the pros and cons. Sometimes you might just hear more of the pros, but you don't get a full understanding of what any cons or the reason why, for example, you've had 3 done. You think when you go in for your first one, then that's it.
Yeah, it's just not plain vanity.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you now it's not vanity. This is not a choice that I had these procedures, but I can probably say, if I give you a bit of a backstory, I decided to have a breast augmentation back when I was in my late 20s. God knows why. That could be the vanity one. But my nipples were quite cross-eyed. One would be that way and one would be that way. And it drove me up the wall because I liked everything to be even. And I would always have to wear a bra, even though I had smaller breasts. I always felt conscious of that. So I had the opportunity. I was all cashed up and, had nothing to do with 10 grand. So I decided to go see Dr. Kalis in West Perth. Mind you, he's retired now. So he's 55 and retired. That will tell you how much money he's made out of people. So I went there and basically had my first breast augmentation. And I can tell you that particular time I was there for day and night. And I woke up the next day like a truck ran over me. The pain was unbelievable. And I went larger. I went from a C cup to a double D cup.
What possessed you to go that big?
I don't know. I really don't know. Because to me, I don't know. I'm not good with, I'm not good with numbers. But to me, it didn't feel like a double D would be that big.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Were you hoping to get into Hooters?
No.
Were you in America? No, you were around Europe. Just asking.
I don't know. I think
why the fuck would you go that big?
I just feel like at that time in society, big boobs were a big thing. 25
and
years
Hooters
ago.
never crossed your mind?
Well, I've seen girls at Hooters and
saying.
they look like Barbie dolls. I've been to Hooters many times and had my low carb Michelob and my chicken fries. And I loved going there. Not that I bat for the other team, but I enjoyed the entertainment of it. Yeah, and I saw women like that, but that's not that.
But you're also taller. I think taller people can hold bigger boobs better than
and she wears heels and she's still tall. Like that defies logic.
These are all questions. And so I think, and also maybe I was turning 30. I was probably having a pre-midlife crisis.
And I think we were vain back then.
Oh, maybe a bit vain.
A little bit vain.
So that was my first decision to get the breasts done. And to be honest with you, I had that size cup for how long? Probably for the last 25 years. So to speak, because I only changed my cup size a week ago. But the reason I changed the second time is in 2012, there was a massive recall on breast implants, and some of you may know about this, but if you haven't, I'll tell you about it, where a whole bunch of French implants that were used for breast augmentation came back as being quite unsafe.
Weren't they going hard? Wasn't that the whole
No,
thing?
they were.
leaking.
Okay,
Were
let's
they
put it this way:
leaking?
they could leak.
They were going hard, actually going like rock.
And they could leak, they could go hard, and they could cause cancer were the three things. And the news came out and I went, oh, yeah, sure, whatever, as if it's me. And guess what? Next day it was on the news. Next day
Because we texted you because Alan said, oh,
Yeah.
that could be Renee because that was that time period.
checking,
Yes.
And I was like, oh,
And-
my God, her titties.
And so I think you texted me on
the
the
titties?
Thursday, on the Friday, they called me and they said, you've got no choice but to have them removed and replaced. And that was at my own cost. Which
yeah,
is,
you weren't eligible, I don't think,
No,
for
well,
the...
I feel like
Wasn't there a
they-
worldwide lawsuit?
there was a lawsuit, but the money wasn't available. And in order to be safe, I had to have a second one done. So I had the original ones in for about 5 years. And then I went to get 2000, and then I went to 2010 and got the second, or 12, got the second ones in. And I feel like that particular augmentation, if we put this in picture, my first augmentation, I was in there for a day and a night. My second one, it was just a day. I was in there, slips like in and out, type of thing. And the pain on that was quite minimal. Like the next day, it was sore.
Do you think because you knew what was happening?
No, I actually think it's my body getting used to being cut open. No, I really do. After this, I really feel like my body and the muscles there have muscle memory. But the size was the same. But I was actually unhappy with the nipple, how it came after it expanded. And it looked too big.
They were huge.
Yeah, they were too big.
They were its own head.
Oh, the areola.
No, they were.
Yes.
It was its own head and it
so
didn't do anything. There was no feeling.
yeah. Well, I had no feeling, and I'm used to that. Move forward. So, since having in the last 15 years of having these particular size second set, I would tell people that I've had my breast, augmented or changed, and nobody would believe me. Because probably they're used to seeing me, and they looked really good. I thought they looked good, Lucy. Did
They
you?
were good.
Yeah, they
They were good. You just didn't feel anything.
I didn't feel anything, and they didn't feel fake. So they didn't feel fake, and I was used to wearing. Look, the top was a size 14, and the bottom was a size 12. That was before I had my son, and then I got into running. So, in case anyone has. And this is a warning to listeners. If you have implants and you have big breast implants,
Watch out for black eyes.
watch out for black eyes is number one.
She was like tapered down when she'd go running.
and
Like I run and they hit me in the eye. Like, can you imagine her?
but I invested in a great sports bra,
Yeah.
which has cost me a fortune. The sports bra doesn't help.
I was going to say you can say that. That's a load of crap.
What do
They
you mean?
still bounce, mate.
Or they still,
That's what
but
she means,
I
yeah.
thought
Yeah.
I thought they weren't bouncing, Lucy. Okay, so they may have been bouncing.
I've seen you do marathons. Yes, they do. And she'd wear these teeny tiny little. You look great,
Thanks,
but they were like, up and down,
like a
It
shelf.
was like you sitting in, those old seniors' carts.
Yeah.
On a bumpy road.
Yeah, right,
That's
so-
what delight. It was just like boom, 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 boom.
Gotta love the truth from Lucy. So, I did, city to surf a couple of times, and I started running, and then I lost more weight in my late 30s, and so my body became a little bit unproportioned, where I'm looking a little Pam Anderson, which I really don't like, because I don't like.
You were top heavy.
Yeah, I was top heavy, and then I move into falling pregnant and having my son, and then, mind you, in my pregnancy, I did put on 28 kilos in a short period of time, and it went all in my chest area, not so much on my hips. Fast forward 3 years, and we're going to move into my third augmentation now. So, but the reason for my third augmentation was, one, I woke up one day in February, and I was upstairs, and you do your breast check, monthly and that type of thing, and basically I felt a lump, and I came downstairs. It was like 6:30 in the morning, and I don't think I was the colour of the wall, And my husband said to me, what's wrong? Because it must have been written all over my face. And I said to him, I found a lump. And I've had people in my life who have found a lump, and they've always said to me, when you find the lump, you'll remember that day forever. And I did feel like that day. I didn't know if it was cancerous or not. And then you go to Dr. Google and do the stupid things you do in Dr. Google. And I knew in my stomach that morning that it wasn't cancer, but I wasn't sure yet. And in case you don't know, if you want a mammogram in Perth, you have to wait up to 8 weeks, 9 weeks. But apparently there's a secret language between the doctor and the place that does the mammogram. If the doctor feels like it's cancer, now these are all things I've learned in the last 6 months. If it feels like cancer, if cancer feels like a rock, right? And my particular lump felt like a pea, so to speak, but it was still a lump. So when I went to the doctors that week, to the GP, she didn't seem very concerned. Like, I booked 3 days after advice from a friend, go straight to your GP. And she felt the lump and she goes, oh, it doesn't feel too bad. I'm going to book you in for a mammogram just to be safe. And then she looked at my age and she looked at the fact that my hormones may be changing. And she felt pretty confident that it was just a cyst. But I couldn't get clarification until I actually had a mammogram. So I was going away in, I think, end of February, early March. And then I had to wait 6 weeks in order to get my mammogram. And that was probably one of the strangest experiences of my life, going for a mammogram, because I've never been for one. And you've got all these women in this very lonely room, all sitting there. And we're all there for the same thing, but nobody's talking. And there's that innate fear that this could be cancer. And it's probably the first time in my life I felt really, really scared. Because I thought, God, what if it is cancer? What if it is the C word? And I thought to myself, what's the worst thing that could happen? You know, they could chop off my boobs and I'll be, have no boobs and no breasts, and who cares? But what if it's spread? And all these things go through your head. But the mammogram came back all clear, all good, which was great. And pretty dark moments in those 6 weeks. But I really tried to have faith in the doctor. I've had lots of doctor meetings in the last few years. This doctor made me feel really confident that it's okay. And I just needed that clarification in the last mammogram that it was all right. So fast forward to my third augmentation, and this is where I made the decision. I had a lump in my face here, a lump in my chin, and a lump in my chest.
You just got lumps everywhere.
Lumps everywhere.
You're a lump.
And my husband, who's quite efficient, he goes, why don't you just get everything done at the same time and go to a plastic surgeon? And
You know why? Because he probably didn't want to hear, oh, I got to do this, I got to do Just do it in one hit.
Yeah, well, but I do appreciate about him, because he goes, just get it done. I'm sick of hearing about it. So I'll go to, I think it's pretty funny, the actual doctor appointment. So this time I've gone to the doctor's appointment surgery, and I'm older. I've had a child. And the doctor, I won't say his name, but he looks like, who's he look like, Alex?
Jeff Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum.
So attractive. In an
alien kind of way.
In a silver fox way?
In an alien way. He's odd looking, but he's something about him.
There's something about him. And he is a shorter Jeff Goldblum.
Are you freaking out?
I'm going, why do I feel like I know you? Because the first time I went, I didn't realize the similarity between him and Jeff. And then when I saw him at the surgery the second time when I went for my operation, now I know why. Now I know why I felt a little bit embarrassed, because you seem famous to me.
The guy from Jurassic Park. The guy from Jurassic Park's going to give me a boob job.
It was I know, but that was like a light bulb moment for me. I went, now I know why. You look like that actor. But I didn't say that to him. And this doctor is straight up and down. Like, he is.
No humour?
No humour. And basically, no humour at all. And does his job black and white. This is the way it is, and this is what we're going to do. And what to solve it, this is what we must do. So he came up with a term. So he examined me the first time. He goes, you've got a condition called waterfall boobs.
Doesn't sound like something you really want.
Waterfall boobs.
Waterfall boobs?
No, well, they did fall like a shelf. There's no doubt. And then I stood in front of the mirror and I felt like I was in one of those wonky mirror
I think
situations.
you're going to say showers and watch it just go jet ski off.
No.
A little droplet of water.
I took my top off in front of the doctor.
Just got like
Sorry.
I took the top off in front of the
Jet skiing.
doctor and my boobs looked weird. And I at home
Like
I
a
thought,
waterfall.
like a waterfall. But at home I thought they looked pretty hot, but they don't look hot because this mirror was saying that they don't look hot. I'm going, do my boobs really look like that? And then okay, surgery's in. We're doing the surgery because 1, I've got waterfall boobs. 2, I've got a cyst, and I want a smaller size. So
and it was the time as well.
Fran, can I just
getting
ask
to a
you-
point that you had to replace
Yes.
them anyway?
I just have to ask you this because it's on my brain. Like, how long was the waterfall? Just want to see how long they went down. Would they like?
No,
Is it
it's
a
not
post
that-
children thing too?
It's like that.
Yeah, okay.
So it was like what had happened is because I was running, my implants
Tissues.
implants had fallen out of my breast.
Shit.
So they're not actually in there; they're out, and so they're supposed to be in nice and snug. But because I was running so much, and anyone who knows me knows I did a lot of running, they actually had fallen out of my socket.
That
So they were
makes sense.
hanging
That's
in a way.
crazy.
Yeah.
And your new ones, are they different implant or feel than the other ones? Or is it still kind of the same?
They go through the same way too.
Okay, all these. Let's just. First I went for the surgery. Okay, and so and I think you asked me, Lucy, recently, do they draw on you? Right.
Only because of that Sex and the Shitty show. I've just loved the
Yeah,
clown thing he does in Sam.
So I was thinking about you last Wednesday because he had a green texter, he had a red texter, and he had a black texter.
Oh my God.
I'm not joking, and I don't remember this from my last breast
Did you go,
augmentation.
this is great. This is
Yeah.
shit. This is what you
No,
need.
I think
work
it's one
on.
for cutting, one for stitching, one for sucking.
And I was actually
Don't ruin my fantasy, all right? Did
I
you
was
look
actually
like a clown?
I look like one of those,
Was there a picture?
dressmaker dolls. You know, those dressmaker dolls.
With the cross, like,
But I actually didn't look because I was too scared. But I kept thinking of you because he kept drawing on me, going like this and going like this, and I could feel like this going out. And then that's where the nipple's going to go. He put the nipples up. Now, how do they feel now? Okay, so I went for the surgery. This time in surgery, I was half a day. So I've gone from
shit.
So first time, think about it, day and
Overnight.
night, right? Second time, just day, and this time's half a day. So I was out in 6 hours. I
We could have gone for a late drink.
Oh God, no! The drugs you get,
You know, exactly.
the drugs that
You'd
you
have been
give
on a
were
journey.
brilliant.
Yeah.
And I went
And
under.
you're awake? Are you awake for it?
No, they put me under. I went under at 1 o'clock, and I was up at 6:30.
Were you high as a kite when you came out?
And I was really groggy. And Peter, my husband, was there, and basically, the pain was minimal. I felt nothing, and so I wake up, and I sit up. I went, oh, okay. And this is all like this has gone from a G double D cup to a BC cup. That's how I've gone smaller, and I felt no pain at all. I actually stood up from the bed and started walking around, and the nurse looks at me and goes, it's like you haven't even had surgery.
That's crazy.
I go, I don't feel like I've had surgery. I felt woozy because of the painkillers, but I started walking around the room, had a sandwich, glass of water. Peter, my husband walks in and he goes, you're okay? So I'm fine. And then she goes, we have to supervise you for an hour, but you're free to go home.
Yeah.
So that's how do they feel now? Look, they're still very swollen. It's 7 days post-op. They feel quite natural to me.
Can you feel anything?
I can't feel the nipples. Forget that. There's no feeling there.
You've literally just burnt or killed
Well-
every sensation.
No, but you can use creams and stuff, and if you massage scar tissue, apparently you might be able to bring feeling back.
I have no.
This is going a long time. She's going to need more than just moisturising.
I have.
the scar tissue.
I have no want to have the feeling back.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's been gone such a long time. But you know what? They look like I'm 16. That's why I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, did you get to choose colours?
no, my nipple didn't fall off.
So that's a good sign.
So that was the danger of the surgery, that the nipple may not get blood back because it's the third augmentation.
But did you have to go through choosing just in case?
No, that would have happened after.
Oh, okay.
He would have made a little nipple, a raspberry nipple, and then I would have picked a colour. But I didn't have to do any of that because my nipples are sewn back on. I went to the receptionist at the plastic surgeon place. There were 3 girls sitting behind the counter,
Oh, God.
and none of their faces moved. It looked like they were all morphed.
But would you not be disappointed if you walked in
Yeah, no-
and they could move? Like there was something. I'd be
Or they
like,
weren't as
that's
polished
a
as-
shit job.
No, but they looked like, you know how Madonna looked, which we'll talk about later. You know those cheekbones, like
okay.
They could, you know,
the
slice
alien
some cheese.
feline. It's like having 3 cats behind the counter. And I just kept looking at them going, is this real? Because I'm going, oh my God, they've all had so much work done. It was unbelievable.
Did they ignore you? Do you reckon they were watching, but you couldn't see the movement?
Oh, they would have been the...
Do you not do that? It must be a tick. You know, especially when someone's had something done, especially the lips, I will actually, not that I'm doing it deliberately, but I'll start to, I don't know what it
You're
is.
like an
It's just
empath.
like, it must be a thing. Like maybe I will, no, because I know where I used to work, we used to get all kinds of people, but there was one, it was a strip and she had a lot done. She'd tell you what she had done, but her lips are so huge and she'd be like, "Juice, they're real duck lips." And I'd go, "How much money did you make?" And I'd be like, And then, you know, I'd get the whole, like, look like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What?" And then I'm like, "Oh, fuck, oh, sorry," but it kept going like that. And I'm thinking, I'm just like imagining what I would feel when I'm like that.
If someone has an accent, do you then start to speak in
Yeah, but
that
it's really
accent?
bad. Oh no, I go like, well, if they can't. This is diverting, but you know what's really bad? Do you not do that too though? You
I
know
do
when
the
they
accent
go,
thing.
no, not the accent. I can't pin the accent because I can't do accents. Ask anybody. But I do the whole like, you know where this is, and I go, "Oh, over there, it's over there." Like, and
You
I
start
try.
breaking
I
broken
try,
English.
yeah, because I'm thinking, because they won't understand me, or I go really slow because I always get told you speak too fast, and I'm like, okay, and it just comes out this voice. I don't know what it is. And then they think I'm taking the piss, and then I just act like I'm really, like, just not all there, and I go, oh, and just walk off.
Well, the girl, how old was the receptionist?
Oh, look, I reckon I'd say late 20s, early
You
30s.
sure?
Oh, so
Yeah,
that's
no,
a
I'm
shame.
sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure because the neck and the hands never lie. And I'll always look at your neck and I'll always look at your hands.
Wow.
That's what I do know. And I looked at their hands. They're not old girls.
I think we did the
They're
wrong
not,
profession. we
and
got
I
into.
just, but it was just amazing because it felt like I was like on a movie set.
But did you not ask them? I would have gone, what have you had done? Just
No,
curious.
I don't want to charge me double. No, it's because she was handling all the accounts. But honestly, all 3 women looked like 3 morphed aliens or felines. And I just sat there and I'm going, this is just hilarious. And then I walk into the waiting area and they've got QR codes for what you want done next. So if you just want to do this, the QR code
That's
here.
cool.
Oh my God.
You want this, you want this. And that's how it felt like you were in a shopping centre for plastic surgery. And it was full of different people in there.
Yeah, but there's some that do that for.
I know.
Do you know what? One of our customers, like, they obviously owned a plastic surgery place, and it was so funny. Whenever they came in for money, and I'd count the money, I'd be like, "Oh," and there was like cash, and I'm like, a lot of housewives hiding from their husbands. She's like, "You do not understand." But I'm talking about they would come in with thousands of dollars,
Yes.
and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then we got in the secret accounts because I don't have one. But
None of us have
no,
one.
but she was saying, like, she's like, there was one, it was like 8K, and I was like, what does she get done? It was like, she was telling me all this stuff. She goes, she comes in like every month and gets it done.
Yeah.
And was telling me all this stuff. I was like, wow, that's so fascinating. So I'm like, she doesn't clean the house. And the lady goes, yeah, but she comes in to fix her body. Obviously, that's her way of
never
keeping
thought
the
of that.
funds.
You get the cash, so you hide it. From
It's
your-
so funny
hide it
because
from
they
your
don't want to do it on the
spouse.
cards.
Yeah.
And she, you know, when they're telling you what they got done, you're like, wow. But this particular person would come in like every couple of weeks. I was like, what would you do after a while? Like everything we'd done, like toenails, what new, like fake toenail, like what would you get done?
There's so much that you can get done. And I think that's what's this in my journey of plastic surgery. And look, I'm not going back to a surgeon unless I really have to. Look, I'm hand on heart. I'm not doing anything else because I'm sick and tired of it. Because I think I've said to you, Alex, the maintenance of plastic surgery. Nobody ever tells you at the age of 28 that you might have to replace your boobs 10 years later. And all I kept thinking is when I'm 80 and I'm dead, my coffin is just going to have 2 plastic, silicone implants on my body. My body's gone and I've got these 2 plastic implants there. That's what I kept thinking about.
But it is scary that,
Yeah, but if you think,
especially when you're aging, because you know you're saying
yes.
that the local beach near us, there's this particular woman, she's I think well known. She's so like, she looks like a tie. She's so brown.
Yes.
And whenever we've gone for walks, it's just you have that snigger because I can see them from a distance. It's just like everything is all like, she's aged obviously gracefully sort of, but it's just these
Yes.
globes that are just So they're like, chickens. They're just, it's just nice, smooth. But the rest of it, and we always laugh when we're walking going, can you imagine a coffin?
Yeah,
It's just like globes and should be like melted into the coffin. It's just crazy.
So, and if I rewind to being 28, I would never have had it done. Like, honestly, because the journey has been for different reasons. But I am happy now with where we're at. And I hope I can say that 10 years now to you both.
I'll remind you that.
Yes,
If you think you never had them done, do you think you'd want them now in your 40s
Yes.
post children?
Yes.
Thank you.
Because
still
I
go
don't,
for this shit.
my
She'd be more prepared to go, 10-year plan, 20-year plan.
because you remember my third augmentation was because of a cyst. And if I didn't have that cyst, I probably wouldn't even think about having a breast augmentation, but I wanted it out. No, I will.
But also the waterfall boobs. Like,
Oh, well,
that's not
and then-
comfortable.
Yeah, you get a condition, you got to change it, don't you? You got to move on. So yeah, that's my plastic surgery journey with my breast augmentation, so to speak.
So you're falling into a trend.
Yes, so this has prompted me to do a bit of research, which everyone knows I like to do, and apparently smaller breast implants are in. People are steering away from that Pam Man, look.
Plastic.
Yeah, that big look.
Fantastic.
And they're now going for smaller breasts, which I think's good.
I think so too. I just think a natural look.
Yes,
Like, I think that's where everything's trending is you still get work done to look your best.
Yes.
But it's more natural. It's how you can do it naturally.
Yeah.
Because if I ever got boobs done, like for me, it's post children.
Yes.
So like my boobs have you lose all, if you breastfeed, you lose all the fat in your boobs. I would just put the fat back in.
You can do.
I'd keep, I don't know, I wish. But I would keep the same size and shape, hopefully,
Yeah.
but just like inflate them again.
You want your boobs to be
Perky.
supple, perky, ski jumps.
What they were used to.
You just want them to be round globes.
I know.
They
Yeah.
just want to be like floating about
And it's
in
funny.
proportion.
It's funny you say that because when my initial consultation on my boobs, I said I want them to look like teardrops, and they actually had.
They have a pear-shaped one. Is it pear?
But the the downside of that pear shape is it can actually spin upside down.
Oh, God. Yeah, I
So
don't want that.
you put it in
bottom
and it can
heavy?
spin. That's the bad thing about it. If it can go upside down, so the fat.
What's wrong with round?
Yeah, but see, round doesn't look real.
No, I don't think round
look
does-
real.
no.
But the pear shape was a trend there. Let's say
Oh, I
15,
couldn't do
20
that.
years ago, but they wouldn't stay the same. They wouldn't stay. What am I trying to say? Mathematical lady.
Yeah,
well,
I
they
know what you
wouldn't.
mean. Yeah,
yeah.
just stay in whatever
Stay the same,
space.
up and down.
Will you have less dramas with it if it looked like a lifesaver because it's round? You know what I mean? Like it
Well,
saves
that
lives.
yeah, because they could just rotate and move and not
See?
like.
Smart.
But isn't there a difference if they put it like in the skin in
Yes.
front of the muscle or
Yeah.
then like under the muscle?
So, yeah,
as well.
I believe my first op was under the muscle. That's why I could breastfeed with my son.
Yeah. Okay.
This time I have no idea. I have no idea what he's done. He's
You
cut.
just don't care.
I just, I've
You're
got
like,
to
just fix it.
I don't care. Just fix them and make them look perky. So that's what we did. And look, the other thing that people, new breast implants are also very popular. And I don't know why that's a trend because new breast implants is a trend every 10 years anyway. So if you get breast,
See technology, I suppose.
yeah,
and
but if
new
you get your
ways
breasts
of doing
done,
it.
you should really replace them every 10 years for lots of reasons. And because people want them to feel natural. Because just to let you know, if the implant is all okay, like if it's not from France and it doesn't have something wrong with it, what actually
materials.
the scar tissue around hardens, not the actual implant itself. So the implant doesn't get hard. The scar tissue around the implant gets
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
And that's what makes them feel like rocks.
Yeah. Okay.
But hopefully, in 10 years you get that fixed. So, yeah. So what else is on trend for?
I think using your own body parts and the fat and putting them in.
The transfers.
Yeah. The fat transfers, grafting it. And that's what we saw as well. It's not, I initially just thought like, oh, put your fat back in your boobs. But it's more about the people do it now to your lips, your face,
Eyes,
other
sockets, the
areas.
hollows.
Put your own body. As
Yeah,
opposed
but
to
you know
putting
what,
something
though?
synthetic in, I think they take your stuff out,
Wouldn't
might
it?
treat it a bit.
It's fat, yeah. So you would lose like sometimes the suppleness and sometimes it's like a waste.
I think they say as well that like if you do the fat transfers, like obviously your body might like reabsorb some of that fat back. So it's not just like, it's not an exact, you're not going to necessarily have an exact size or know exactly what you're going to get because your body might absorb all the fat back or not much or you said
It's just like a chance.
Yeah.
The other one is that, what's it called? The vampire, because I can't say the vampire, the blood. taking out your own blood. Is it the PRP?
Yep.
I can never say
PRP,
the place.
loose. Yep.
Yeah, PRP. So that's your Kardashian girls. They did that. They did. I think she did it on a show because I watched it. I was like, oh my God, she's like hacked her face. So they take the blood out,
From
chuck
where?
it into it, like from themselves, their
From
own
anywhere
blood.
on the body.
Yeah, I think so. It's from their own blood that they draw out and they chuck it into a.
Centrifuge.
Yes, that's it. I could never say. Like a machine. So it's at speed, high speed.
Yeah.
So then I suppose all the plasma comes out of it.
Right.
And then what they do is, so it's all like the good growth factors. And then they put it back into your face. And that's when you see all the holes in the blood. And it's supposed to help stimulate.
Oh, is that what
That's the
that
vampire.
is?
Yeah, PRP. But then there's a newer version of that, which is the only difference is it's PRF. I think it's fibrin.
Yes.
Okay.
It's at a slower rate. So the PRP one is it speeds up to get the growth, the plasma to come to surface so they can put the plasma back in. And then the other one is at a slower rate. So it's it's releases over 7 to 10 days. So it's sort of like it's a more natural way, which is apparently what people are more tending to go to. So it's more like one's like an espresso, the other one's more like a slow but lovely, I don't know, almond latte. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you love my coffee theories? I think I need coffee.
I just feel that must be painful.
Well, you're shoving shit in your face and taking it out. Of course it is. So it's for helps. I think it's supposed to help like apparently hair
Thinning.
Yeah, hair growth, like hollow eyes, help you basically glowing. You're just a shiny star.
Oh, wow. God.
Have you not seen that when they
No,
did that?
I haven't.
It was all
Look.
blood coming out. I was like, fuck.
No, I
Yeah,
haven't.
I understand what it means. Yeah. Because, I get it now.
like the
I didn't know
vampire
what it was.
custom.
I didn't know the science behind it. I thought
I think
they're
it's
just
nuts.
putting blood on their face.
I'd just rather just do full surgery. I know, how nuts is that?
Oh my God. I swear my TikTok reels is just pre-op and post-op, and you just see all these different people before surgery and after surgery, and it's just so crazy.
You're obsessed with that though. You're nuts.
I'm not obsessed with it. It's just the algorithm. I think I must have just I watched this one thing where like this chick got her nose job done, and her nose was like absolutely massive, and then she got it done and she looked like a completely different person. I watched the whole video because I was like just gobsmacked at how much it actually changed her face.
Yeah, but it wouldn't last for that long. Do you know what I mean?
What, a nose job?
No,
Oh,
no,
the
no.
algorithm.
Just I don't know.
How long does the blood last, Lucy? Do you know when they put in their face? Did it 3 months?
That's what I haven't
who
thought
knows?
of. I think everyone's different though. They said some said like up to 3 or up to a couple of months. But the thing is, it'd be like that's what I meant. It'd be like you'd have to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like Botox.
I think they all
Doesn't
just
last.
keep going.
But then everyone's different though, how they absorb stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems like, Lucy, younger people are doing facelifts these
Actually,
days.
you know what you're going to say? I was going to say this to you. When I was working in Subi, which I was surrounded by
Yes.
money and young girls.
perfection.
No, we used to, where I was working, we used to have a lot of surgeons come in. Like, I was working at optometrists at one point, and it was so funny. Like, they were coming in, they were looking, their receptionists were looking younger. And we used to get, all the girls come in going, Dad bought me, picking up their glasses, whatever. And they'd be like, Dad gave me a voucher. It's like Botox. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, we'd sit there serving and we're like, what the fuck? Like, wish my bloody parents gave, we're in like our 30s. Wish my parents gave me like a $2,000, Botox fucking
That's crazy.
voucher. And they're like literally, and we were asking like how old they were. They were like 18. Some of them were 18, and they actually did say the younger the better. And that's what some of the surgeons were like saying to me and my girlfriend, because we were like, what do you think? Hoping they'll go, oh, you got great skin. And they were like, oh, you could do a bit of work. And we're like, fuck you.
Oh.
But they literally were like 18, 19. And some were
That's
16.
way too young.
We're
That's
getting
so
vouchers
young.
to go get like, a face, whatever they wanted. And they were like, yeah, I'm going to get like a facelift, this and that. We were like, what the hell?
That's so young.
Look, I would knock back a voucher. Like if my parents tell me, look, you're going in to get your whole thing done, I'd be like, give me your
I
credit
must
card.
admit, I worked in, bars and restaurants in the western suburbs, and I would hear 20-something and 30-something-year-old girls say that they're going to have their Botox touch-up on the Friday.
They're smart.
And that's when they start. And now I'm saying
What are they calling it? Prejuvenation,
late
I think
20s,
they're
early
calling.
30s, and that was just part of their
Rejuvenation.
beauty routine.
Yeah.
And I think it is. I think we are maybe We missed that by about 10 years. I missed it probably by about 18 years.
We can still jump on it.
Yeah, I don't want to jump on it because I feel like once you start, you just don't want to stop. And
Yeah.
so I just feel like that maintenance and that pain and everything is not necessary. That's how I feel about that now.
That's what you
Maybe
feel
not
like
when
right
I
now.
was 30.
She's just come out of surgery. It's just a week. Just wait in a couple of months. When we're out, she'll be like, oh, God,
No.
I need to do my face.
Yeah, it just sets a new standard for yourself.
Yeah, I
Because
just
you get it done and then you look at yourself and you go, oh, that's what I'm supposed to look like. And then if you look different to that, then you're like, oh
Well,
my
I'm just
God.
going to tell you here now because I'm not shy saying it. For my 50th, I want money because I want vouchers. And I'll tell you which place I'm going to. And all of you,
tell her-
the goodness of your heart, not a wishing well or whatever, like for charity. Charity is here.
Okay, right.
Help me
make
lose
it,
my face.
Why don't
the
you get
procedure wishing well.
why
want
don't
your
you
face
get,
off on your face.
Why don't you get a Miami thong lift instead of a
Oh,
Brazilian?
God.
Which is?
No, thank you.
Look it up.
Yeah, which is?
And so basically, like, it just smooths the cellulite bands, and then but it's the Brazilian butt lift was all about like adding
gonna say,
fat
not-
and volume to your butt.
And
this
dye.
is apparently is just like I think they just go in like deep plane and like pull some muscle bands up or something, and it just like makes your whole butt look just like perkier and like more supple.
Oh, for God's sake.
I just think just buy a good pair
that
of
whole
jeans.
BBL scared the shit out of me when people were
That was
dying.
so bad.
And then you look at them, you're going, how the fuck can you walk? They
Oh
were
my
like
God.
huge.
That's so uncomfortable.
did spend some of my 20s in living in Brazil, and I can tell you now, the bigger the better.
Yeah, no, I get
And
that.
their bums were like round
They were perfect
peaches.
Yeah, but they're born like that. That's just,
Yeah,
look at,
this is
just
true.
admire and go, I want to tap that. And I'd probably tap their ass and go, I'm just playing the drums. Boom, 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 boom. And I actually would grab their ass, but I'd ask them first. Maybe not. But I'm just saying, why don't you just admire that from a distance? Why, like, could you see me with a big ass? Like, it wouldn't work. I reckon I fall naturally, just stack it. Imagine me with a big ass. Fuck.
Oh no.
Like, I'd be rolling down the hill.
But it seems to be a market for it. It's huge. It's
yeah.
Is it a Brazilian butt lift? Is it that
No. That was what it used to be called.
Yes.
But now it's a Miami thong lift.
Miami thong lift?
Because that's where they all go. That's
well,
You've been to Miami. You've seen it.
Yeah, I know Miami quite well, and they've all got it's quite generous in that area, and they walk around and show it off. They really do.
Yeah.
And they're all.
It's genetics.
I don't know if it's genetics or it's
Nah.
plastic.
Oh, yeah, plastic surgery.
You're in
Sorry,
Miami.
yeah.
It's all like.
I actually don't know if it's real or not, but I can tell you it looks magnificent.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're walking up and down, at, that Ocean Boulevard.
Yeah.
and they've all got those tight pants on, and I go, wow, look at that. Yeah, so
The newest trend though I've seen as well. We weren't going to talk about this, but is the Ozempic makeovers. So
which is
so now
they look
obviously everyone
amazing.
taking Ozempic.
yeah, I know. a
And
few
I don't
people-
mind losing like hearing or sight as long as I look skinny. Do you know when that started coming out, they were going, oh, this one, no, did you see that? Started going blind and shit. And I was like,
my muscles.
no,
going
but I
to
literally was like, who gives a shit? Like, my God, you look amazing. And all the because it's all coming out now, like apparently like it's destroying the insides. And I'm like,
Yeah.
can't have kids. I don't want any more kids. Like, wicked. No uterus. What do I need a uterus for? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's brilliant. But the thing is, though, all these like bad examples, but
course.
it's so funny in the magazines, like someone like me, I'm reading through, I'm going, but you look fantastic. Like, who gives a shit?
It's funny, like they try to like normalize taking Ozempic as if like it's some cure now for like being overweight.
But they don't have enough now for the people that actually need
Yeah.
for diabetes
that
and
was-
stuff. But I
yeah,
think that's
I
what's
think
probably
they've ramped up
Don't you think
production
now it's
now.
like, but okay, yeah, but they're probably now bringing out all this stuff going, hey, don't take it. You're going to have this after, like you said,
Well, there's obviously
piling.
everything's always going to have a negative side effect. You can't. There's no magic pill other
will
than
say, I did
not
ask
eating
for it.
junk food and exercise.
I did go to the doctors and go, hey,
I have some?
can you just get me a script? And he said no. And I was thinking,
Yeah.
well, how the hell do all these other, I'll give you money. And he just laughed at me because he knows I'm an idiot. He just goes,
I think it's all online
just don't
doctors.
teach shit.
I think it's online doctors because now you can just call up an online doctor and they're so much more like willing to like give you random scripts for shit because they're not actually
I just thought I had to have money.
no you can just like I think it is expensive. It's not like cheap or flat.
Just for a month, I just wanted to say.
Yeah. No, I think
And if it is going to destroy something, just something that I don't need. Do you know what I mean? Do you get me? Do you feel me? Just making sure that's.
But yes, I think they always say now that all the Hollywood people that all of a sudden are now like super skinny.
They do
and they
have that
that
look.
gaunt face. So
I
that's
love
what
that
they're
gaunt
saying
look.
is that Ozempic makeover is that gaunt face because you're losing weight so fast. I think it gets like sucked out of your cheeks. And that's that real like
Ready? No life
real-
left. You've got
real
no
gaunt
personality. But you look fabulous and gaunt.
Yeah.
You look like death
and then
warmed
they
up.
have to have surgery to get all their fat rolls and fat stuff like.
Oh, I've
removed
seen
and
that. There's
taken
some
in.
shocking examples
know.
of people that lose weight who are like 100 and let's say 80 kilos, and they go down to 60 kilos, and there's rolls of fat
I
on them
know.
like a Michelin man. They
But
look
you know
terrible.
how you can actually avoid that. So what
Exercise?
No, yeah. So, but when you're losing weight, if you go slower and then you incorporate fasting into your diet, so like, because what happens is if you fast, I think it's for more than 24 hours, your body starts to eat its own.
16 to 18.
But it eats the dead cells first. So it's like if you incorporate, because there's a singer at the moment, his name's Jelly Roll, and he's losing like, so I think in Australian kilos, I think he's like, say 250 and he wants to get down to like 150 or 100. So like he's losing it like super slowly. And then like, say every 10 kilos, he'll fast for like a week or like a couple of days. And it's like he's got like
Your body
none of those
rejuvenates.
rolls because he's doing it slowly and he's fasting, that his body's eating that fat.
Yeah.
Like in the show The Biggest Loser, like you know how they used
Yes.
to always at the end have all these like rolls.
love that show.
And they had to like wear
Love the
Spanx
after
to
show.
try and hold it in. Like thank God you've lost the weight. Like that's so much better for you. But then they're stuck with all these
Can I
rolls.
just say something? Whoever invented the actual original person that invented Spanx,
Yes,
it's a
I
girl.
know. The girl. She was on
Whoever it
Oprah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
I love you,
sold-
but I hate you at the same time because it's such a wonderful concept and product, but yet it feels like I'm eating my own shit and piss.
I
Do you get what I'm
You're wearing the
saying?
right ones. I think Spanx are fantastic. So I used to wear Spanx every single day.
Just trying to get out of it whilst drunk is very
I
hard.
was just about Lucy. I was just about to say the same thing. Trying to get out of that the underwear when you've had a few.
Can I?
You know, like
You're gonna need a pair of scissors.
No, one
Isn't
of
it
those
the best
cartoon
feeling?
characters. You're going like this. That's what it's like. I'm like that in the toilet because I can't get the bloody thing off.
Do you know what makes me laugh about Spanx's story? A good friend of mine, I think we're at a party or something, and she got so hammered, and so did her husband. They went home early, and then he thought, "Oh, I'm in." And he goes, the way she says it, when he got and took her dress off and went, "What the hell?" It was like this whole contraption, like it was the one piece, it was the shorts all the way up to the bra. He was like, "What the hell?" And he's an engineer. She goes, watching. She goes, I sobered up so quickly, but watching someone, an engineer, smashed, looking at my contraption, thinking, how am I going to get it off?
Yeah.
And just watching the joy turn into fury to the point like he couldn't figure it out, couldn't get it out, then went and got a knife because the scissors, he couldn't get it. So he got the scissors, he got the anger and then the relief. But by the time it happened, she goes, I
was
kind
over
of
it.
was with it, but I wasn't. I knew he was there and he was trying to get me out of it and I couldn't breathe. And then it was just like, oh my God, I don't want sex. And then to watch his excitement from joy to anger to I'm so tired that I went to the morning when they've woken up, they're just together and they're like, did we? He just sees these shreds of, he got so angry. He was just like, didn't stab her, but it was just stabbing that he was still holding the knife. He was just like this. She goes, now I know what to do when I'm not in the mood. I'm just going to wear it all the time.
Shreds of Spanx.
But I could just imagine
That's
him
so
going,
extreme.
what? And he was screaming and yelling, who made this?
Yeah.
What idiot? And I was thinking,
Yeah.
so funny.
No, I love Spanx. So I used to wear them every day.
Oh,
But
how did you wear them every
so
day? Did you go to the toilet every day?
She would have had the hole.
So no.
Oh, you know what I mean?
So I used to always wear like just a real light, thin pair. So it's like the thinnest, lightest pair of Spanx. And because I used to wear like skirts and dresses and stuff for work, I almost used to like just use them as like a petticoat. So like if I was wearing a skirt, like I was able to like tuck my shirt into it and then my shirt would never come out during the day. And then obviously it just gives that like, it's like wearing stockings.
Like
Did you ever like wearing stockings?
Sophisticated bloomers.
Yeah. So it was like, it's like the modern day version.
So this is before you go. I've got another question after that. You go ahead.
No,
Can
that
we
was it. I was just going to say
saying-
it's like wearing stockings.
So
Like
when
feel
you
like
wear
slightly more constricted.
when you wear your stockings, are your underwear under or over?
like under
Under.
next to my body.
Hang on, what do you mean?
When you put stockings on, right, full length stockings to your waist, you
Yeah.
put your stockings under or over.
Oh, it depends what mood I'm in. If I know they're too tight, they're going to kill me, I put it over.
Yep.
and I know they're not going to drop.
Yes.
But then it depends how quick, and it depends on the mood. If I'm just in a quick rush, and I usually will go under.
I'm
Under,
so
see?
confused.
All
Under
right,
what
but this is a-
circumstance would you wear your underwear? Then what's the point of wearing underwear?
Well, the problem with my body is my legs are too long, which is a great problem to have. I've got
Just
a
to
really
hold them up.
short torso. So
Your
to
long,
hold,
skinny legs.
so to hold,
I'm short, fat
Legs
legs.
11.
She's got long, skinny.
to hold the stockings up, I'll put my underwear on top. And then I tuck my shirt in. So
I've done that.
Yeah,
you
same
know what I
thing.
mean?
I've
So-
done that.
But then I moved to we're going to stockings now. Moved to the sock stockings that 2/3 that you pull them up to here.
Yeah,
with-
yeah.
with
Oh,
a-
yeah.
And they were brilliant. I
Yeah.
mean, that was revolutionary for me because I wouldn't have to worry about underwear over
Depends
or
how
under.
long you've had your
Yeah.
stockings for when they've lost their elasticity.
Elasticity.
You put them off first, and then you put the undies on to hold them up because you don't want to wear like 700 pairs of undies just to hold up all those undies.
Then you'd be sick. So I'm obsessed with not being able to see your underwear line, your visible panty line. I think that's one of the biggest faux
It
pas.
depends what you're
So then
wearing.
if you're wearing stocking, yeah, okay.
Depends what you're wearing.
I don't know.
And then I
Is-
sit
is
there the
that
whole.
is that hence the Spanx every
Oh,
day?
hence the Spanx as well. So that obviously then smooths over any like visible panty line, any little
No.
butt dimples you
I
might
like Spanx
have.
only when needed.
Yeah.
I would not wear
It
Spanx
makes
if
your
it's not
butt
needed.
look amazing.
I don't even. I've got probably 6 pairs of Spanx, and I just look at them and feel ill. I really do.
Just getting them on makes me
I'm the same as
Well,
you,
then
Liz.
you're wearing the wrong ones.
anxiety.
I understand like people wear Spanx to like change their measurements because it's like sucks you in so much, like you can get zippered into things.
Might as
But
well
I
wear
would just wear them
corset.
like a pair of stockings almost.
Yeah.
Like, because then it just like smooths it over your skirts and jeans. Like, I don't know, we're wearing
Well, I
jeans.
didn't know there were different levels of Spanx.
Yeah, different
There is.
thicknesses.
Okay, then now I know. I must have
I
got,
recommend.
got the tightest ones in the world, right?
Yeah.
And you get the ones for
It's like
with
you're a size
the pee
12.
hole.
Yeah.
You get the pee hole ones.
Oh, and then yeah.
Because you know what? You can have a lot of accidents when you're in a rush.
Oh, no, I
Not
don't.
me, other friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
just.
And it's
How
gone everywhere.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
I think I've actually taken a pair of Spanx and left them in the toilet. Taken them
Oh,
off and left
yeah.
them there. I was over it.
I've thrown my underwear out in the bathroom.
No, I see. These are
like,
true
oh, I don't
stories.
need these anymore.
I'm done. Sick of it. No patience.
Oh my god.
So
I have lit it in the street once before, only because of the fury of it having them on.
Yeah, no.
And I did buy the wrong ones, and I persevered. And by the end, it was just like I don't care. And they were like, "You're in public. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
no, it's
Get it off." And I threw it off.
Yep.
It was like half naked.
Before we move on to our famous favourite celebrities about whether they have done plastic surgery or not, I did want to talk about the beautiful flowers next to us that have not aged, and they will age gracefully.
Nice
I love
segue there.
natives. Aging gracefully, beautiful flowers from Lime Flowers. Thank you so much for bringing them in today. We love it when you bring these in for us. They're just absolutely stunning. And we always fight over who gets to take them home. Thank you so much. So the Queen, who herself, no one works harder, the devil or Kris Jenner.
Him or Chris?
Kris Jenner.
They're the same.
Renee
They've
needs to be
morphed into the
educated
one.
on her Jenners and her Kardashians. If you ever forget, all their names start with K.
Oh, I
so you
know.
can
So I
always
said
start
Kris
with
or
that.
Kim.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So Kris has recently caused a bit of a stir because she has come out looking even more fabulous than she has ever done. And so many, I think that's kind of started this whole new wave now of these, I don't know, there's every plastic surgeon is now on TikTok trying to guess what she's had done. So, and there's been so many funny reels of
Alex
plastic.
is so into that, by the way. Just she acts like she doesn't care. She loves it.
I just find it fascinating that all of a sudden there's like all these celebrities that are starting to look like really, really good. Like, and that's just, I think it's just a different technology. You hear different words of whether it's like deep plane or like just other different techniques that they're using to get the look. But I think also like a subtle look is what's been going on. Like they say, like some plastic surgeons say that she's getting a lower facelift, she's getting like really subtle filler, and or if at all, and then obviously losing weight has helped as well, and then just
Which is always the
facelift.
key when you lose weight.
And the haircut. I love her new haircut. I think she looks 10 years younger just because she has a fringe now, and she's gotten rid of her.
Did she have the
90s
fringe before?
It was a real 90s haircut, I swear. Is it 90s?
It's 90s.
I think it was 90s haircut.
Trust me, when you hit.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the sneer in her voice? The 90s haircut.
No, but like it's
you hear it?
2025. And she's had the same haircut for 30 years.
And what is wrong with that?
There's certain haircuts.
You've had the same haircut for 30 years,
Yes.
haven't you?
Thank you, bitch.
There are certain haircuts you're not supposed to have over 45.
Yeah, but I just think it makes
not go
her
bald.
younger.
I know.
She would look fabulous bald.
She looks younger. So there's been lots of cute videos about that.
I think she looks amazing.
Yeah,
I really, if she's 68 like they say she is,
yeah.
well, she looks
They all
pretty-
look hot.
I know
All
they
of
all
these,
look hot.
all
They're
of these
great.
older actresses are hot.
If
Well,
I had
she's
her
not-
money,
For Goldie Hawn, sorry, I
she's
have to
not-
bat that in.
Old in comparison to what you're going to talk about. Who's old?
I got Jane Fonda.
Yeah. So how old's Jane?
Look at this hottie.
Woo.
Yeah, show them up there. So how old is she, Lucy?
Oh, I've gone blank. I think she's 86, 87.
Have you seen Gracie and Frankie?
Yes,
You
I love
Gracie
that
and
show.
Frankie?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
Have you
cute.
not
I
seen
love
oh, she's in that. Oh God. Is it not they just did the remake of it? Is it The Book Club?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
I've
know how
seen-
hot
there's
she
been
is?
two of those, I
But
think.
she even says that she's done everything. She did chin, she did a nose, she did like everything, eye lift, everything.
And she doesn't want to do it anymore. She's had enough.
Well, she says that now.
Well, of
But
course
she said
she's
that
now, yeah.
before and then she'll do it again.
Yeah, but she's had enough now.
But she looks amazing now.
But she's always been really fit.
Yeah.
Because we'll be talking about it in our next podcast, a movie that I think is a bit about Jane Fonda. But she used to be into aerobics. She was always fit. I remember growing up, my mum used to watch the aerobic videos and she was in them. And I think she has mentioned that sometimes exercise has made her feel like
But she did the videos, didn't
she looked older because of the stress of the exercise
Yeah.
as well. She's mentioned that.
Could be some films that she did.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
Umbrella, but I did love that.
But then if I move to who I'm talking about, and my husband is a huge fan of this lady. Like, he thinks she's bee's knees and he loves brunettes. So I don't even know why he likes her. But Helen Mirren,
She's hot.
she is hot and she's got a beautiful
I'd
figure.
bang that.
Oh, she's got a beautiful figure as well. She's what, 79?
Do you remember when she had that? She was
Think
in
so.
a swimsuit.
Yeah.
And it came out, and it was like the whole world was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
Jilf!"
she's
like,
I like that.
literally,
Yeah.
like she had great tits. And she was like so awesome.
she's got an hourglass figure.
Yeah.
But she claims that she has not done any work at all. And she puts it down to having a wholesome, diet, natural stuff, meditation, all those type of things.
I so agree
don't-
with that too. Whilst I'm getting the knife.
But
Oh,
I
she
looked at the diets for both
Yeah,
Jane.
go ahead.
I looked at
Yeah.
the diets for both Jane and Helen, and they both emphasize that they have whole foods, not processed.
There you go.
So whether they eat meat or not, or vegetables or not, or fruit or not, it's just about, for them in general, the key was both whole foods, not
Would
processed.
you not find that easy to do if you had your chef as well to do that for you?
Oh my god.
Mate,
Let's just not
I
get
would look like I was 5.
Yeah.
You'd look like a peach, Lucy.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I know.
Everything
You
would
had
be
someone
perky.
make all your meals
Totally.
for you. Oh, I know.
I'd get carried to the kitchen.
So I suppose, shall we look at our last...
the Queen
Oh, this is your
herself.
the queen,
favourite.
who's actually the queen of movements, I think. She's always been in charge of introducing new things.
can't
And
get over
this
that
is
face.
our favourite.
She's gone from her song Frozen to her new I just thought to her new look that she's debuted at the Met.
So the new look is in the cream.
She's still
cream
Yeah,
jacket.
this is
scary.
her new look.
She still looks
But
scary.
I feel like she is,
But
the last 3 years, she's like dissolved all of the horrible plastic surgery that she's had done.
But do you not think when they come out, they go, oh, you look good?
Well, that's what they tell
They-
them. And they just think they look good. I don't know.
Like, surely you'd go, what the fuck? Have you
I don't
done?
know.
But they called, if you can show, if the black jacket Madonna is the feline look or the alien look is what they're calling it, because what she has done there in excess, I researched this, is she's put all this filler in her face and basically it's gone bad because they start looking like cats.
Do you know who she reminds me of? That Jocelyn. Is it the Jocelyn?
Yeah.
The cat lady.
Oh, God.
Do you remember her? She looked like a cat lady.
So
Like a cat.
That's obviously like some kind of mental illness, like for those people.
That's what
but
she's got.
Unfortunately, yeah. But
once
now she
it's-
looks amazing.
Once
now
you
she
start,
looks
you
great.
can't.
I think she looks, this is the
Because-
new phase. She obviously has Kris Jenner's plastic surgeon.
Do you know what's bad though? It's sad. She may look better, but she can't move like she used to.
like
Oh, yeah.
dance.
Yeah, she has
What's
a
she-
she's
old.
dancing on stage with a walking stick.
It's, it's
But she
sad.
thinks she thinks she can move
She's just
fast.
going, but
Yeah.
she's got the walking stick
Yeah,
on.
yeah. But that was like watching Dolly
Can you
Parton.
imagine? Come
as
on,
well.
Mo. A bit like bashing her face in.
Speaking of movement in old age, I know we weren't going to talk about this, but you have to see on National Geographic, there's a TV show called Limitless. Chris Hemsworth.
Ooh.
I know. You don't need an excuse.
Yeah, I don't need
And
good
he
reason
is,
now.
I can report he is shirtless in more than one episode.
Oh.
So there's like a 6-part episode and he just delves into all the different parts of aging. So like losing your mental like capacity, like stress, this body, diet, this. And he does like, so he gets a doctor in, they talk about stuff, and then he does like a challenge to try and like challenge himself in those
Isn't it
things.
because he found out he had it? Didn't he do that
Yeah,
test?
so he's got a gene that basically means like he's got, I don't know, the percentage, like an extremely high
possibly have it.
percentage of having Alzheimer's. So he's been looking into ways that he can improve his mental clarity and how to delay the onset of Alzheimer's.
He doesn't have it, Renee.
No,
No, but
it's got
but
a
the thought
gene.
of the thought of having it is sad enough. I think
They
that
do a really beautiful scene
Yeah.
where he dresses up as an old person. He dresses up as an old person and he goes to an old village and he like is with the old people, but then his wife dresses up as an old person too, and he recognizes her even though she's like in full
God.
It's so nice. I was like, oh, so sweet. Anyway,
God.
so you should watch that.
And
It's
then
got
did he get out
Chris
the
Hemsworth.
Thor hammer and like bash the shit out of her? That's what I'm waiting for.
No, that's what they do after.
I think I've become really immune to like romance. Like, no, can I just say quickly, we were watching a movie last night, me and Alan, and it was just like, it was a basketball story, right? And then it was like they were getting kissing. I was like, oh, just hurry up and dump him. Like, just get onto it. Like, I've just gone, oh, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? You're
Basketball
like,
movie. What was the
oh,
basketball
no, it
movie?
was this,
I want to know.
it was a that Dražen, you know, the
Oh, okay.
basketball guy. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I was just saying, I've gone really like unromantic. Like, you just thinking that cute. I'm like, oh God.
and I'm apparently
Let's
one
go
with anger
fight
issues here.
Alzheimer's.
I'm the one with anger issues.
I think
All
I
right.
do.
Well, that was
All
a
right,
great
so
chat.
I think that was a great chat about plastics. I hope.
We missed you, Rennie.
Oh, I missed you guys when I was, down and under. I kept thinking to myself, what else can I get done if I'm under? What else can I get done? But I'm glad. I'm glad I can share that story because I just don't think we should be ashamed of things that we do to our body, and we should talk about it because women have spent history and, being ashamed of
I
themselves.
still deny it just so people go, you look amazing. But thank you.
On that
all
note,
natural.
we will see you soon for the next podcast.
Yep.
See you soon, everyone.